Okay, you know what I'm going to say. One more round of applause for Plexiglass. I think I speak for everyone when I say, Shantae, you stay. Everyone, please help me welcome Galileo May.
Thank you guys so much. I feel so fancy. This is super awesome. I want to start off by saying thank you to Mason for asking me to do this. I think this is a very important thing and that we should be doing this. We should be talking about queer stories. And by you guys showing up today, that shows the university that we deserve space to talk and to be heard. So thank you guys for being here today. And I just, again, thanks to Mason. I was a little bit nervous when they asked me. I was like, would you talk? And I'm like, I love talking about myself, so yeah, I'm there. I'll be there. So to start, I'm just going to do a little bit about myself so you know where I'm coming from. So, who I am in relation to Utah Tech. I'm a student here. I played for the Utah Tech women's rugby team. I know, very good. Thank you. I am studying to become an ASL interpreter, and then I am doing a theater minor on the side, and so I've got focus on costume construction and costume design that you can see there. There's my friends at ASL Club. So now who I am in relation, like outside of school, I am a nature lover, a traveler, a van lifer, anything to do with being a dirtbag hippie, that is me. Love all of that stuff. Thank you. And so who I am from a queer perspective is I'm non-binary, gender fluid, but non-binary is my default. And then I am also pansexual, and I am polyamorous. And so I kind of said, are you going to make me choose? Nah, I'm going to have all these, everything like that stuff. Thank you very much. And so this is my story coming out. Freshman year, there was someone who identified as a girl at the time, and we would hold hands a lot. It was a little bit more than normal friends would, right? And I just kept thinking, oh, like, what if we just practice kissing? What if we it's just a little fun, like it's just for practice, right? Well, that ended up not going anywhere. We never actually did anything, and I ended up forgetting about that whole experience for the next 3 years. It was kind of like, okay, that was weird, moving on. And really, that's what it was. I was like, all right. And then it was senior year is when I started to realize I had some friends come out to me as bi, and I said, oh, what are you doing? What does that mean? Please tell me. And so they told me, and I said, oh, that seems like that fits me. I like that. And I remember coming out to my sister in Costa Vida. She was, I know, real like cinematic. And I told her, I said, I think I might be bi. There's something going on here. I'm not sure what. There's something there. She has been a great supporter. I remember we were sitting in seminary once, and the teacher was talking about some things that, that were pretty hurtful. It was an environment that I didn't need to be in. And so she looked at me, looked right back at her. She stood up. I followed suit when we walked out of there. And so she has been a great support for me in that way, and I love her so much for that. A couple years later, not a couple years later, maybe 1 year later or so, I thought, oh, hold up, I actually think I'm a lesbian. And I was so confident that I was a lesbian that I painted the lesbian flag sunset on the hood of my car. I'm not a lesbian. It's there, it's still there. It's cute, It kind of wards off men. I tell a lot of people I'm lesbian so men don't think they have a chance with me. Kind of like a preference for women and, non-binary AFAB people. But yes, now I identify as just queer in general, pan. And I like this flag a lot because it has the trans flag on it. And I consider myself trans. I'm not the gender that I was assigned at birth, and so to me that's the definition of trans. And so yeah, I like that flag a lot. So these are my genders. I've got a couple of gender wolves fighting in my brain, okay? The first one is goddess, and that's kind of like what I feel like right now. I'm just a goddess. Thank you. Like, feed me grapes in a forest type stuff. So, yeah. The other one is bad beat. It's kind of like a woman, but it's like, don't call me a woman. Don't do that. That's not, yeah, no. And it's usually when I'm riding a motorcycle. And you can see I made that little leathercraft dyke bike. Tried to get my license plate to be that, and they asked me, why do you want it to say DYK, BYK? I said, don't worry about it. But they did not let me do it, and that was sad. Yes, and there's the third gender that I often feel is just like a man dude thing. That's really all it is, just a man dude thing. And I want to draw attention to this center image right here. That picture is so gender to me, and I can't explain it really. And it could be like the femininity of the rings, and it could be the role of like the masculinity of the sleeve. And I'm doing quotations because I think that gender is just something that's made up. Society's like, yes, women wear a lot of rings, and men have the watches and the rolled-up sleeves, and whatever. But this picture, this makes sense to me, and that's what gender should be. So now I'm going to tell my little story. When I first came out, I had a lot of my family think that I was joking or that it wasn't real. They were like, well, you didn't grow up gay. You didn't look gay. You didn't show signs that you were any sort of gay growing up. Okay, let me stop you right there. There's no way to grow up or to look gay or to act gay or to be, like, represented. You have to look a certain way. I mean, probably the barista that you see at Starbucks with the 7 piercing. Yeah, probably gay, right? Like, you can like, kind of guess a little bit. They could just be fashionable, so beware. They could just be fashionable. But there's no set way to look gay. So this is me growing up, doing all of the stereotypical girl things that, I like dance, I like dressing up, fancy Nancy, all of that cute stuff. I was also a very devout member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and so that was something that was pretty difficult for me, realizing my queerness and being attached to that identity as well. In junior year of high school, I went through like a very hyper-femme phase, and I did a lot of stuff for male attention because I thought that that's what I had to do, and that's what I needed, and that's what was missing. And I was wrong, that's not what I needed, and I started to experiment a little bit more, look a little bit more gay, and anytime that I had the opportunity to dress up like a man, yeah, I was dressing up like a man, even if nobody asked me to. Absolutely nobody asked me to, and I said, I'll be the man, yeah, don't worry about it. And so, the whole reason of why I'm probably standing here today and I'm so confident in who I am is because of my hair that I cut senior year of high school. And it was because of that, It's because of that. I started out with this long hair, went to a little bit shorter, did some emo bangs, some cute bangs, did a reverse mohawk, just right down the center. Went to church like that. That was interesting. That was fun. Yeah. That's the church bathroom. Did a mullet, buzz cut, the cubes, all of it. Again, me dressing up like a man. Nobody asked me to. And again, that's me cosplaying as my dad. So it was because of my hair that I started to cut my hair, and I realized, hold up, if I could choose this for myself, if I could choose to cut my hair, I can get a piercing. If I can get a piercing, I can get a tattoo. If I can get a tattoo, I can stop going to church. If I can stop going to church, I can come out. Basically, if you cut your hair, you're going to turn gay. But it was because of that I realized this life is mine. What do you mean? Like, this life is mine? I get to choose what I want to do for me? Woo! Thank you. Yes. So that realization just helped me explode into who I am. And in that span of 6 months, I just became so much more of who I really am. And so it was because of my hair. That'll do it to you. And so this is my family. I'm going to talk about like the relationship that I have with my family since coming out. My mom is actually here today. She's in the back. She is a very, very strong emotional support for me. So she understands a lot of, when there's difficult things happening in politics all the time. She's very understanding, very supportive, understands how much it hurts us, and she's very supportive in that way. As for my dad, he's very good about my pronouns and my name, but he does believe that there's a gay agenda, and which is just kind of interesting because he's very much like, yes, they, them, yes, name, and he's very good with that. But then he's like, there's a gay agenda. Yes, there is a gay agenda, let me tell you, but it's a good one. comfortable and confident and be able to express who they are. That's the gay agenda. That's the gay agenda. If you start getting the process of us doing that, that's on you. You might just be gay, right? That's it. And so a lot of these people, up on the left, so I grew up, those are my siblings that I mostly grew up with. Now I have about 15 siblings or something. It's all kind of weird and expanding. But a lot of my siblings, like, I don't have a really close relationship with them. They don't respect me in the way that I deserve to be treated, and so I keep a very surface level relationship with them. They lost their chance to get to know me the moment that they didn't accept me. And I don't feel any sort of sadness about that because I have other people in my life who love me and know me. There was something I wanted to say specifically. Yes, they lost their privilege to get to know me the moment they didn't accept me. Because it is a privilege to get to know us. It is a privilege. And so that's on them. And I don't feel guilty for protecting my peace. So another quote that I like to say a lot is, just because someone has a title does not mean they are entitled to your peace. And that's peace as in peace of feeling, and that's peace as in peace of you. Pieces of you that you represent. They're not entitled to that just because they have a title of brother. They're not entitled to that just because they have a title of grandpa or grandma. They're not, right? You have the right to protect your peace, okay? And so, here, let's see. Yeah. All right, so now I'm gonna go on to, but for the most part, I do have a very loving and understanding family, which I really am super grateful for that. And I also have a very loving and awesome chosen family, and I love them so much. And you can see just the genuine love in these pictures, and I'm so grateful for them because they never accuse me of spreading the gay agenda. They help me spread the gay agenda. Right? And so it's just a genuine connection that I have with these people, and they just, like you said, you don't have to explain, or was it you were saying? Whoever, you don't have to explain what all of the different terms mean. You can just exist with them. That was you, yeah. Okay, yeah. You can just exist with them. So I just want to finish off with a quick poem. And this poem is called Pride, and I wrote it. You tell me pride cometh before the fall, but this pride is nothing like yours, nothing at all. This pride is holding her hand in a busy store, when growing up, something I wish I saw more. This pride is a gentle reminder we don't deserve to hide. There's nothing shameful about what's inside. This pride is not staying silent to avoid discomfort. It's being loud about the ways that you've been hurt, calling them out when they disrespect you, being someone your younger self would look up to. This pride is taking the stones they throw, the shallow blows, their piercing words, the ignorant hurt, the unchanged mind stuck in time, taking all of that, remaining kind. Unlike you, that's something I can find. I will not wait around for you to tell me I'm wrong or that my love does not belong. Your opinions of my pride I reject. I demand respect.